Greetings, I am Lion.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together. That's you.
And
Louisa's chest heaves up and down and up and down, just heaving bosoms as she narrates her story. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you to keep going
I
because
appreciate it.
you're like, yes, let's make shorter intros where we don't talk so much, and then you sit here and go off for 20 minutes.
I'm sorry. It's they're clearly trying to draw attention to her chest, all right?
I know
and
they
so
are.
I'm helping them. I'm helping the narration, okay? As she narrates her story.
Her beautiful, tiny story.
Her really generic story.
Yes.
Oh, you can stop now if you want to. I can see that you're crying. I'm sorry for asking such a stupid question like, did you have any siblings? Which is now only stupid in the light that it made you sad, I guess.
No, not at all. I'm not affected at all.
Tears running down her face. I am unaffected by any emotion.
I feel nothing.
I feel nothing. Her inside, I do feel nothing, but it's okay.
It's fine.
As soon as she said that, a tear dropped from Louisa's eye.
Oh,
I'm just like, no, nothing.
I feel.
Plop. One beautiful artistic tear.
Boink, boink.
She begins to sob. Then the messy cry starts.
Oh.
Louisa goes full cry mode. What is the difference? Massively generic language of generic vague blogging. Extremely sort of edgy language of
Okay, I have to say,
modern cry mode.
This really does remind me of a certain roleplay style that I remember running into a lot when I've been role-playing around over the years, where some people are just like, yeah, and then I just describe this thing really briefly. She snuggles me, and other people are like, she slowly curls into me and, twists around. There's definitely different descriptors and shit going on.
It sounds like early 2000s roleplay.
Yeah, kind of.
Like it does. Okay.
But it's also that weird thing going on. I don't remember anybody ever going to explicitly full cry mode, so it seems like somebody maybe who's a little bit younger.
This sounds
or
a little more
playing a little bit more recently.
I say this sounds more like recent Tumblr language. Full cry mode. Big mood.
Sniff.
Snork
Sniff.
with her tiny nose.
Snork. Hi, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't be crying, but I couldn't help it.
If I ever think about anything personal ever, I'm just brought to tears.
Constantly.
Is basically her mode, yes. Now I suddenly feel guilty. I tisk at myself in my own head.
That's pretty impressive.
That's amazing. I shouldn't have asked such a personal question in the first place. Okay, who thinks asking the question, do you have any siblings? Or did you have any siblings?
No, I thought it was
past tense. Did you have any? Is
ask
deeply
about
personal.
Family. How's your family? Do you have family?
Yeah. I mean, we did ask about family and specifically of do you have family? Did you have any siblings? It really is is that a deeply personal question?
I guess.
What should I do? We're trapped in this elevator and she is crying. Should I offer her my hospital gown handkerchief?
Well,
so she can dry her tears?
Well, the cameras aren't working.
It's true, so I could be naked in my wheelchair. Wait, standing in front of my wheelchair, sorry. I'm only wearing a cast in this hospital handkerchief. Oh, well, what now? I comfort Louisa by hugging her. Just a simple apology will do. I feel like, awkward as he is, when he says he's awkward, he would not think to hug her. He really would just be simple apology will do. I think he would panic because of being in the elevator.
Yeah, well, he's panicked before and grabbed people. And
it's true.
You can panic multiple directions, and people can also be basically hypocritical in that way. I'm just
I also feel like canonically, since she's the only one he's ever asked for consent and made a big deal of it with her, he really, with the fact that she pulled away and backed up visibly to see more of her character model than before, he'd probably be uncomfortable going over there to hug her.
Sure, that works for me.
I feel like since he's it's really awkward in here, just a simple, sorry. We're both stuck in an elevator, and it's getting hotter by the minute. I should take off my handkerchief and offer it to her. It could help. Hugging her is the last thing I should do. We did say it's really freaking warm in here.
Except it only lasted for 2 seconds.
Louisa, and then came back later.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for asking you that question. It has brought up a lot of bittersweet memories. I know. That's why I'm apologizing. Because you shouldn't bring up bittersweet memories in people. What a true offense. The deepest of offense. Original sin. Causal of bittersweet memory arisal.
Arousal.
Arisal.
Woo!
They have arisen.
Right.
I just assume you can conjugate it as arisal instead of arisen.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm just
it's
like, probably wrong. Who knows? I shouldn't have meddled in your personal affairs. Asking is meddling. This is so intense. Why?
Oh my God.
Louisa wipes off the tears from her cheeks with her
Why didn't
disgusting
you touch me?
cloth hospital gloves. I mean, she got closer to us once we decided not to touch her.
Yeah, no, I know.
So she was more comfortable with that, I think.
No need to apologize, young man. I needed that cry. Actually, there's been a lot of stress built up, and I just felt very vulnerable, very soft.
With you.
Around you.
Specifically.
With you.
Hi. It's you that does this to me.
Yep, it's you. It helped release all my stress hormones.
All my stress hormones. Poof. There. I just dumped them out on the floor. Actually, crying can help chemically balance you, from what I understand.
Yeah, but
it's
that
kind
doesn't
of a cool
release
thing.
stress hormones.
But it doesn't.
Like, remove them from your body.
Bye.
Evaporate off into the sky.
So you know
you
how
usually release other hormones to combat that until the other ones get absorbed / broken down by your body.
Okay,
like,
so,
fucking what?
So you know that experience where they're always like, I can smell the pheromones wafting off her? That's the stress hormones releasing.
Yeah.
You're like, stress is my arousal key.
I'm like, they cause certain chemical reactions, but you're not, like, as far as I know, actually fucking releasing hormones. That,
no,
like,
they
through
don't.
your flesh.
Oh my God, though, actually, just the thing that I said has just made me think of something horrible.
Like,
so.
The vampire story that I read?
I was like, just so much of the experience of, like, intensive, romance these days, especially, like, spurred off by the whole 50 Shades of Grey, of going, basically, the woman being stressed out does seem to be the thing that turns the man on. Like, she's super stressed out and uncomfortable. That is so hot. And that seems to be the boner experience of the whole genre. And it's really uncomfortable to me.
Yeah, it's a little wild. So, thank you
for helping me release hormones in a space with you. And suddenly she's right here. She leans forward and plants a kiss on my nose.
Oh.
I don't know if I've ever been kissed on the nose. Dumb laughing in my own head. Just then, the air conditioner turns on, and we hear the sound of machinery roaring outside.
Whoa.
There should not be any roaring machinery in reference to an elevator. There's this bulldozer barreling down, smashes through the concrete wall into the door of the elevator, blasts both of you to the back of the elevator. Someone crawls out of the front of it. I'm here to get you out! It's Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, I heard you were stuck!
The psychic nurse hotline told me.
Oh, God. Finally, the elevator is back on.
The roaring machinery is a little disconcerting.
Whoa.
Louisa presses a button. This time she doesn't have to try and press it. It just works. And we continue our ascent.
Yeah, kind of.
Are you taking me to the rooftop?
Wait, we're immediately going to go do that rather than going and checking in with anyone?
Nope, nothing. The elevator's working again. Clearly that means everything's just fine. I mean, if it's a fantasy, which it sounds like it is, you just have a program stop in the elevator. Just like if you're in like a haunted house and the elevator stops and shakes for a while, and you believe it, and then you just go on up to the top floor because everything's fine.
Yeah, okay.
This is the romantic stop in the tunnel of love, and everything's just fine.
Oh no, we gave you moments.
Alone. It's fine. Rooftop.
You got that right, mister.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna go up there with a dragon princess.
Yep, it'll be just fine. And a dragon prince who's trying to recreate a fantasy. It's okay.
Inside a hospital?
No,
yep.
On top of a hospital.
Oh.
The elevator door opens, and I was right. She never answered me, but I was right.
Even though
I find myself in the rooftop of Rosewood Hospital. We have clipped through it. This is a video game. He's aware it's a video game. He's clipped through in his wheelchair, but he can roll anyways. He's in the roof.
So I'm going to have to explain that I think for me, sometimes that is a thing that I have literally said. I'm just like, or a feeling that you just kind of have, where you're inside some sort of experience because you've been so used to being inside something else.
Okay.
Due to my last job, I sometimes really do catch myself, and also with the coronavirus not helping with everybody social distancing and staying at home, etc., it's really just like you feel like everything's a box. You go outside, you're like, I'm still inside the sky. Like, you don't even know how to describe it. It's really weird. You're like, no, it's open space. And you're like, no, Feels really close.
I'm
actually.
inside this field, inside the yard. No, I can see that. Okay. Okay, in this context of the coronavirus, this works even better. But I guess it means you're inside the barriers of the roof, what have you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not saying that his really works for me because it is sort of weird in that way.
But that is a neat share. I didn't have words for that experience, but I've been feeling that some too, of each thing is this own little contained space in social distancing, if you are just in your parking space, you're just in, your one little area of, the grocery aisle or whatever.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, or just of your area of the park outside, of just in the grass.
Yeah, it's a little claustrophobic sometimes.
And sometimes it is. All right, in the rooftop of Rosewood Hospital.
Let's go.
We exit the elevator, and I cannot help but marvel at the scenery.
Ooh.
There are trees out there,
Wow.
and sky. Goodness gracious! Golly gee willikers, Miss Louisa! This view, it's... Her stands in the middle of the view, me trying to look over the edge, her shoofs in front of the railing in front of Mr. Beautiful, isn't it?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Leans seductively against the railing, trying to give the best view possible. The view, right?
The whole view.
Beautiful is an understatement, I say, examining the new view. This is more than beautiful. I stare with my mouth open. I don't think I've ever noticed her lean over a railing like that.
Ever.
From the rooftop, we can see the hospital gardens, as well as the mountains and rivers beyond.
Can
we see your house from here, Louisa?
I love the fact that, genuinely, this never works in these things, because you're just like, yeah, but we're just looking at the character, and you're like, you don't really seem to realize that is partly the point, actually, of going the view, we're making a joke. The view, look at the view.
Yeah, I know. It'd be great if they did actually show the view sometime. To me, it would commit harder to this is actually, trying to connect with a person rather than just be hotness. All right, the rivers beyond. I'm also from the Omnibi, succubi, incubi experience we've theorized with this hospital. It really is I'm making up a story of what I think the humans would say, since I literally never leave the hospital unless it's to go back to my infernal plane.
Great.
It's great. I feel like this is so good with, paralleling with Lily's garden in reference to the warlock theory there. It works well.
It does.
All right. The wind carries the fresh scent of nature, specifically nature. The sun shyly peeks through cotton-like clouds. Suddenly we're articulate, aren't we?
Artistic. I always come here when I'm stressed out. Not many people know about this. Only a few nurses know that I get stressed out and that I come to the roof. Or you're only talking about the roof being a magical place that only a few people know of. So I would like further clarification.
It's a protected zone. Only some nurses are allowed here.
Well, I'm a senior nurse, so it makes sense.
So I get to come here. And so once you were done releasing all your stress hormones in the elevator, why did we still come here?
I know. They were floating around and it was impressive. This is Rosewood's best kept secret.
Most people don't realize that the hospital has a roof?
No. People just look up and see sky.
Oh, I still Mr. Dorky Himbo, who just cares about sport. Yeah, most people don't know the hospital has a roof. Yeah, okay. We approach the railings and look down.
Oh boy.
We're so high up. I feel like suddenly it's the Titanic. We're flying!
We're flying, Jack!
Fly!
Jack!
Mister, we're fly. Louisa, feels like I'm flying.
That movie was so unimpressive to me.
I've never seen it, so I only know the memes. So if I'm being disrespectful of the Titanic, I have no idea because I've never watched it. And if ever we get popular enough that everyone wants to do a giant hangout session with something I've never seen, I can live blog my first time experience of the Titanic to them.
Honestly,
over 3 hours, and it would probably be hilarious.
Honestly, it'll be fascinating.
With no context and nothing but memes in my head, I can tell that story.
It's true. Don't get yourself carried away. This isn't a ship, you know. Were you making a Titanic reference?
I called it. Yes.
Oh my God.
She winks at me.
Who do you think is playing this game?
Who do you think has seen it? At that point, the generation...
This probably was basically the person writing this going, I'm going insane!
I need something to entertain me while I'm writing this.
Please!
I stare at the magnificent view. I stare at her leaning over the railing. I guess it's hard when people see you as a perfect nurse, but you still get stressed out sometimes, and no one understands. I mean, no one's perfect, and you're only human. You get tired too, even though you've said that you get tons of sleep because you sleep all the time.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Wow,
mister! Yeah, I was entirely focused on me rather than like how nice the view is and it's really pleasant up here. It must be really nice to get away from things for a while. Like, nope, it's just like, wow, people don't understand.
People don't understand that because you get stressed, that you're not perfect. I mean, that you're not perfect because you get stressed, and that's amazing that everyone just thinks you're perfect all the time, and it must be suffocating for you since you are imperfect and get stressed.
Right. You know something?
No, I don't know anything.
I know. You're one of the few patients who understands me.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I crush you all the time.
Oh, okay, I'm so glad.
Not just on a personal level, but a spiritual one, which is why I told you to fucking stop thinking about ghosts and to worry more about me.
You did? I forgot that you did that. You told me that my entire viewpoint was irrelevant and I should just think about you, because you're more substantial than a ghost. Are you competing with a possible ghost girlfriend too? Suddenly the games overlap. There's a ghost girlfriend cameo. Her. No! Think of me instead! I ignore the ghost titties.
The not ghost titties. Ignore the nurse titties.
No, they don't exist.
Nurse titties
a
are made up.
spiritual one.
Yeah. That's quite rare, to be honest. Not too many patients understand that I'm immortal. Oh my God.
This
Look,
proves
the concubus.
No, this proves our headcanon of the concubus of basically going, what do the humans say? They say, I am mortal, like you. That is what they say.
Yes.
But what do the aliens say? We're all just good humans around here.
I am the good flesh suit.
This is it. Because just like you, mister, I am a mortal. This is amazing. It's been confirmed. They really are.
I'm Louisa, not some goddess who descended from the heavens.
And by
Why
heavens,
would I ever be?
I mean,
the strip mall.
I mean the other plane, which I can call the heavens. Astral, infernal, it doesn't matter.
It's all the same. We're all monsters in the end.
Her demeanor, after having admitted that she's mortal and not from the heavens, seems to have changed. She is staring at me with affectionate eyes. This is what affectionate eyes look like, my bro.
They slowly crawl out of her face and go...
I was gonna say, this is it. This is that song, the old 80s love ballad. Affectionate eyes. Her affectionate eyes. That's what it is.
Lord.
Then she leans forward, down to me in my wheelchair. Sometimes, as a juvenile, I'm really upset that the outfits aren't cut lower, and then I think what a horrible thought. Is she? Louisa closes her eyes and bends forward. The game cannot finish unless all three of them kiss us. It can't happen.
Of course not.
She is about to kiss me.
I panic.
What should I do? Do I kiss her? I need to act fast. If you held still, she would do what she was doing anyway.
I hate to tell you.
You don't need to act at all. Oh, you're gonna say?
If they're gonna be like, no, pull away or some shit like that, it'd be like, Mister's too much of a dumbass to pull away.
He's gonna freeze, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Look away. I don't want to get kissed. Kiss her, of course. I feel like he would panic and not be able to decide, which would end up in she kisses you.
Yeah, not her kissing.
The closest I get is kiss her, of course.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Who am I kidding? Of course I would kiss her back, I say after she's already smooching against my face, because it took me that long to process this thing and decide.
I kiss. Wonk.
Her lips gently pressed against mine, shoves aggressively into her face.
I become an axolotl for 5 seconds.
I'm an idiot if I didn't do it. Luisa's face is inches away from mine.
Because I knocked her backwards.
Because I shoved her back so hard. Well, that's one excited human.
Wow.
He must have really believed the mortal story.
Wow, I gotta write that one down and tell the other
Yeah,
ones.
because I know mortals are attracted to mortals.
Yes,
So this is the thing.
the mortal line is the best line.
I close my eyes as well.
I love her staring into our soul.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
As her lips touch mine, I feel my heart skip a beat
And
as they touch mine again.
And I immediately grab my chest because that fucking hurt.
Just, ow.
I've actually had my heart skip and it hurts.
And it's just, when a heart skips a beat, it's usually like a minor seizure of the muscles. And I don't know if I've ever thought of it as skipping a beat, but there is that thing where there's just this sudden, like, it's not a pang in your chest. It's just this lance in your chest, but it's right where your heart is, and you're like, holy shit. Ow. Yeah. Like, sort of like a massive muscle twinge or something.
Yep.
Which is sort of exactly what it is, probably. All right, I feel my heart skip a beat. Ow. To steady herself, she clutches the armrests of my wheelchair.
Oh, we are sitting
This
again.
would be a pose that would be very appealing for a cameraman to give to the viewers, of her leaning over to kiss me, which has nothing to do with us, but a lot to do with her ass.
Right.
Because that is all like the cheesecake anime I've ever seen. They kiss and you just show like upskirt from the back of her.
Yeah, pretty much. But you know what? We're gonna have to upskirt in the next one. So thank you so much, guys, for putting up with
Yes,
us.
it's so good.
Oh God! If you like what we do, please feel free to check out our Ko-fi and our Patreon. We've got some links in the description down below. Please also feel free to like, comment, subscribe. It also actually helps out our channel quite a lot if you do so. And I have been Scandal.
Yeah, if you want to support these kind of shenanigans, that would be great. And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!